travel round the sun while only the gods know where we run.
Good morning. It's morning here at least. I don't know, you might be somewhere else where there's not morning yet, but good day anyway. And thank you for surfing by. I'm here to share a little inspiration that I thought was important actually, and I think could be worth a little reflection, especially because we look at the world situation today and we think, oh, what's going on? Everybody's crazy now, or what? Like you have that surreal experience of Earth today. It's like everything is going a little crazy. And I think a lot of people are really, really deeply challenged by this world situation. It's not exactly um, encouraging us to have faith in the future, like the visions. This is my experience with working with clients, that a lot of them are very worried about for their children, for themselves, for everything. And I think it's just, there's like a real need on earth today to make conscious what is subconscious. Whatever you act without clarity, without knowing why you act, it often turns into chaos, and it often turns into a bad thing. Um, creates problems for you. Like, why did I do this? Like, you make unconscious choices. And this is a huge problem for humanity. We don't know always that we are doing this, but we're just acting on impulse. And the impulse is what? Well, to survive. That's the most common instinctual impulse in human beings. And we all need to survive. We know this. But it leads to a very territorial, very defensive, very fear based energy. And this energy is also creating a lot of the xenophobia we see today, a lot of the intensity around the refugee situation in Syria, for instance, where the refugees are rejected. They're rejected in the United States, they're rejected in Europe. Where's the humanity in this? I don't know. What happened to us? And it's also, sooner or later, humanity needs to go through this initiation of learning how to deal with Mars, because Mars is the adrenals. It's the part in us that says, come on, fire us up and say, yeah, 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 go, go, go. It's not a bad thing. Come on, run. Create, manifest, do, act. It's not a bad thing, but every planetary principle works through a spectrum. We are very sensitive for Mars energy, and our solar plexus reacts and it fires up often this, it triggers, it's a very triggering energy. What did you mean about that? Like the classic defensiveness. And of course, the battles that humans fight is not just on a large scale. No. It's on an inner level with themselves and in more intimate relationships. And this is where, the hard battles are really fought. And it has to do with lack of authenticity. Aries is authentic. It's not it doesn't really suck up to people. It's really, I'm not here to, I'm myself, Aries says. Yeah, I'm myself. This is me. I like that. I don't like pretentiousness. I like directness. And it is authentic. All fire signs are related to authenticity. Wonderful. Because that's what normally leads into situations that people can't, live with anymore, is that it's not authentic. Something can be very authentic in a period of time and then it changes because we change. But if you are in a life situation where you're doing something that is not feeling authentic for you, that is not the real you, where you don't feel you get to communicate the real you through confrontation or through, communication. Mars in Aries is going to help you with that. Believe me, it's not going to be, we're not going to be beating around the bush. We're still, I need to speak to you about this particular issue. So it's really an energy that can fire up a lot of good initiative, a lot of good breakthroughs, a lot of good freeing. Like it's freeing up a lot of energy. On the other side, it can, if you are in a situation where you can't really get in touch with a positive energy of Mars in your body, you might feel depressed actually. When fire is suppressed, it's depressed. You might feel demotivated because Mars has to do with motivation. When are you motivated into doing anything actually? When do you feel you can? When you're free to do it. When you're free to do it. Authenticity and freedom belongs together. You're free to be who you are. That's when you're going to do it. So whenever these suppressed mechanisms, they come on and just on top of that, you have depression. The world doesn't want my talent. My parents rejected me. Nobody's listening to me, right? You have that kind of isolated warrior state where the Mars energy just starts to reject, defends itself. It builds a wall around itself. And it is quite painful to be stuck behind that wall. So now it's your opportunity to break through from it, break free from it, express yourself in a new way. It might be a challenge. It might also be very stressful. There's also just like a real high energy potential in this transit. It can be very stressful for the organism. So just like a little advice before we all run through this period is walk. Don't run. Be careful with the coffee. Be mindful of what you say to others. Think before you react. Just chill. Find that position where you lean into your spine and you just have take a little, look around to see what is this before you get triggered. There's a lot of people who could use some Mars healing. One of them is our current president, Mr. Trump. He has a very, very intense Mars. And we've seen it already. It's his biggest problem energetically. Impulses. Too impulsive. Just said something and so he's going to learn how to control his Mars. He has to now, which is good, it's wonderful. So we can all watch and learn, right? Okay, that's a good idea. So if you want to have a talk with me or you want to look at my website, there's a link underneath here and you're welcome to surf by there too. If not, I wish you a very happy day and lots of warm blessings to you. And thank you for watching.